Good evening and welcome to the J98 Dream Team Ceremony. My name is Glenn Johnson. I'm the sports director at KTJJ and KREI Radio based in Farmington. And joining me up on stage today is Tommy Self. He's the sports director at KJFF Radio in Festus. The Jefferson County kids and coaches work more closely with him. He is vital to our operation in the sports department at the radio station. Without him, Jefferson County wouldn't be covered nearly as well as it is. So I really appreciate his efforts at KJFF. The lovely faces you saw when you walked in, they are Diana Graves and Aaron Nicholson. They handed you your programs. They're members of our sales staff. And again, Katie Cantrell is the one taking the pictures. Now, these pictures and the Dream Team interviews, along with the video of this Dream Team, can be found at mimoinfo.com. That'll be coming at the end of this coming week. We hope to get it up there by then. So if you missed the interview, you can go check it out at mimoinfo.com. And then if you want a copy for yourself, you can order those on the order forms that you picked up when you came in. The Dream Team is something that we've been doing for 37 years now, and we do it 3 times a year in the fall. We do it again in the winter, and this is our spring version of the Dream Team. How it works is a few weeks before the season comes to an end, the radio station puts out nomination forms. We send it out to all the coaches in our listening area, and it's quite the ways that we cover. We go up north to Northwest High School. We go down south to, say, Van Buren High School. We'll go out east to Perryville and even across the Mississippi River and into Illinois, and we go out west as far as Cuba. So it's quite the area that we cover. The coaches then nominate who from their teams they feel like is Dream Team worthy. That information gets sent back to us at the station, and then we put that information on the ballots, send it back out to the same coaches, and then the coaches vote, and they pick the Dream Team, and they also vote for Players and Coach of the Year. So that's how it works, and because we do not separate classes, we throw all the classes into one big group. It's very tough to make the Dream Team. There's kids from Class 1 all the way up to Class 5 on the same team, mixing it up with each other when you look at our Dream Team. So it's close to making it onto All-State. It's that kind of elite category. It's just more of a regional award that we do not discriminate class in. With that being said, it's time to get started with our first presenter today, our first coach in the sport of golf. And this person qualified his entire team for sectionals and sent one on to state this past season. Just completed his 15th year as the head coach from Central High School in Park Hills. Please give a warm welcome to Chad Bradley.
First of all, I'd like to thank Glenn Johnson, KTJJ Radio, and also congratulate all the Dream Team athletes that are up here. It's quite an honor to be recognized as Dream Team athlete by the coaches from around the area. To my left is Brandon Wagner. Brandon's a sophomore at Central High School. He's a fine young man. He comes from a great family. Brian, Jill Wagner, his brother Brent, sister Aaliyah. They are a great support system for him. He has a great work ethic, and he came to me with a great knowledge of the game as a freshman. Most freshmen, sophomores don't have the knowledge of the game, the background of the game that Brandon has exhibited with golf. He's extremely easy to coach. He's the first player that came to me as a high school golfer in the 15 years that I've coached high school golf that understood how to practice. With golf being an individual sport, it's not always easy to organize practices, make each practice meaningful for each player because each player has different things they need to work on. But Brandon understood the importance of practice, he understood how to practice, and he understood how to make his practice meaningful. He's a great work ethic. He outworks many of the other players in the area. That's one of the reasons he's a Dream Team member. He obviously outworks all the other players on our team. He's the first one to the course, the last one to leave. And just some of his accomplishments since he's been at Central High School. Like I said, he's just a sophomore, so we're looking forward to a lot more from Brandon. But so far, he's already accomplished having the lowest season average of any player to play for Central High School. He has the lowest career average for any player to play for Central High School. He has the most career tournament wins of anyone that played for Central High School. He's two-time all-conference golfer, two-time all-district golfer, two-time state qualifier, and this is his second time to be on the Dream Team. But beside his golf, he's a better young man, and I'm proud to have him as a member of the Central High School golf team. I'm proud to consider him a friend of mine, and I'm also proud that he's a member of the Dream Team. Thank you.
Our next presenter is the reigning Dream Team Golf Coach of the Year. He qualified his entire team for districts and sectionals and state, the only coach in the history of his school to ever do that. Please welcome from Farmington High School, Brad Downs.
I have with me today Nick Westrich and Jack Pinkley. I'm sure with them they'd like to thank J98 for doing this for us, and congratulations to all the athletes and everybody that's here being recognized today. On my far left is Jack Pinkley. Jack's the son of William and Jana Pinkley of Farmington. Jack's a senior. He has been a three-time sectional qualifier, second in district this year. Very proud of Jack's accomplishments. He was second in all conference. I'm sorry, fifth in district, all district, all conference this year as well. Turned into a very big leader on our team. Jack's work ethic is second to none. When he was a freshman, I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get the ball going forward, and he's turned into our self-designated team captain this year. So very proud of Jack's accomplishments. Next is Nick Westrich. Nick is the son of Terry and Chris Westrich of Farmington. Nick, sophomore this year, quickly became a leader of our golf team, two-time state qualifier now. He was the district medalist. He was the conference medalist. Very proud of him. Looking forward to having him the next 2 years. Again, two-time state qualifier. Jack this year was our Carol Allen Award winner, lowest 9-hole average for matches. Jack's average was 38.7. Nick's average this year, 9-hole average, was 39.5. Nick's 9-hole average for tournaments was 39.2, and Jack's tournament average was a 40.3. Very proud of these boys. They were leaders of our team. Like Glenn said, we had an extremely good year, and it's due to the fact that these guys taking the time to be a part of our team and their work ethic. So congratulations, Jack and Nick. Thank you.
The next coach was unable to attend today. Chris McLean from North County had a family obligation that he had to attend, so he sent me a prepared statement to read on his behalf about his Dream Team athlete, Colin Rubel. First, I would like to congratulate all the athletes here today on being selected as a member of the Dream Team in your respective sport. It's truly an honor to be sitting here today, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. How you doing, Colin? Colin Rubel, what an outstanding journey it has been as your coach to have you as part of the Raiders golf program the past 4 years. Colin has been on the varsity golf team since his freshman year and has improved his 9-hole scoring average by 2 strokes each year. This is an example of the hard work and commitment he has displayed during his high school career. Not only has Colin shown his commitment on the course by being selected as a member of the Dream Team, but he has also excelled in the classroom as being A+ eligible when he enters college. Colin is a guy whom you never had to worry about playing on the weekends or getting extra work on the range. Extra practice wasn't hard for Colin because he loves being out on the course. I truly believe with the work ethic he displays, his best days on the golf course are ahead of him. He was all conference his senior year, all district junior and senior year, sectional qualifier the junior and senior year as well. He shot 77 in the sectional tournament as a senior, finishing 4th, advancing him to the state tournament. He had a strong showing, shooting 85 the first day and 88 the second day. Not only is Colin a great golfer, he's an even better young man. He's been a great leader and a great example for our underclassmen to follow, and has made the North County School District proud. Our school district teammates and myself wish you much success in your future endeavors. Congratulations, Colin. Well done. From Chris McLean, the North County golf coach. Our next coach just wrapped his 3rd and final season with the St. Genevieve Dragon golf team. Please welcome Kyle Schweiss.
First, I'd like to thank KTJJ and congratulate all the athletes, especially Nick and Jack and Colin and Brandon. The cool thing about coaching golf is you get to know these kids from the other schools, and they've been an absolute pleasure to be around, and congratulations to you guys. I'm here to talk about Mr. Turek right here. This is Matt Turek. Matt was our captain and senior leader this season. He showed exemplary character and leadership throughout the season. On the course, he was incredibly consistent, which is all you can ask for as a coach. His scores in our 5 matches this year were 41, 41, 43, 44, and 41. He didn't vary much. He shot an 86 at Bent Creek in the Notre Dame Invitational. He placed in the top 10 at the North County Invitational. He was 4th in the St. John Invitational with an 84. He shot an 86 in the MAAA tournament, earning him all-conference honors for the 2nd time in his career. He was 7th in districts, earning him all-district honors, and he shot an 86 at Fox Haven and fell just short of the cut to make the state tournament. If you ask Matt to summarize his season in 3 words, he'd probably say, "I'm sorry, Coach," because his expectations were always so high. But the fact of the matter is, if you ask me to summarize his season, it would be amazing, awesome, and it was everything that I'd expect from a senior leader. His steadiness and his performance, his demeanor and his character played a vital role in our team's successes this year. We had a solid group of talented underclassmen that were able to look to Matt for great leadership that made them better throughout the year. Matt will be attending MAC next year and will continue his education at a 4-year university and plans to study architectural design. Mr. Matt Turek.
Time now to present our Golfer of the Year and also the Golf Coach of the Year for 2015. We'll start with the Golfer of the Year. Tommy Self will hand you your plaque if you just want to come up front and accept it, whoever the golfer is. This golfer is in his sophomore season with his team. He had a 39.2 overall stroke average this season. He earned MAAA All-Conference honors for the 2nd year as a sophomore, and he was a Dream Team athlete last year. Congratulations, Brandon Wagner from the Central Rebels. And again, for the Coach of the Year, we ask that you come up and say a few words in the acceptance of the award. He was the first coach in school history to qualify his entire team for sectionals and state for the 2nd straight year. Brad Downs from Farmington Golf.
Well, I'd like to thank the J98 again for this award, other coaches that have allowed me to be around them the last few years and learn as much as I can from them. This award would not be possible without the team that I had this year and last year. Just a wonderful group of seniors. We brought Nick in as a freshman last year and sophomore this year, and he really solidified our team. Forgive me for forgetting to mention a while ago that Nick was All-State this year as well, tied for 13th. Again, the work ethic of these seniors, Jack, Ian Seymour, John Burcham, Trevor Holloway, Levi Asher, all my group of seniors. Andrew Willis was another senior on our team. They really pushed each other. I'm very humbled to be able to be a part of their high school career. Group of seniors came in when I was my first year when they were freshmen and have just worked. They set goals, worked extremely hard to achieve those goals. We set numbers for ourselves this year, and they began to hit those numbers, and that was why we were able to be as successful as we were. We had a really good run. I'm just very proud of those guys, and extremely excited for what they're going to do later on in life. I'm excited to have Nick for another 2 years. Hopefully our younger kids have seen what the older kids have done, and the work ethic continues and our program continues to grow. I'd also like to accept the award. Farmington Golf, Farmington School District lost a great man yesterday in Steve Lida, so I'd like to accept this in his honor. Thank you.
You'll notice as well that the entire golf dream team is from the MAAA conference this year, so that is pretty cool. Let's hear it one more time for the 2015 Golf Dream Team. Our first presenter in girls soccer just finished up his first year with the program from Fredericktown High School, Coach DJ McFadden. Coach McFadden was unable to attend today, so I'll say a few words about his Dream Team athlete, Caitlin Allgaier, who is on hand today. Caitlin was in her senior year with the Fredericktown Lady Cats this season, played goalie and had to stand up against a lot of shots on goal this year and was able to make it on to the Dream Team despite maybe not having the great team success. Set the school record, I believe, in saves this year, Caitlin. So a lot of adversity came her way this season and was able to pull through it and have a great senior season with the Fredericktown Lady Cats, and she is the first Fredericktown girls soccer Dream Team athlete. Caitlin Allgaier from Fredericktown. Next up, he's been the boys soccer coach of the year for the last 3 years at the Dream Team ceremony. His girls team this year went 16-7. They were district runners-up from Perryville High School. Coach Jerry Fulton.
Good afternoon. I would also like to thank the radio station and Glenn and Tommy for all they do for our sports and getting out the scores and interviews and just everything they do to help us out. I would also like to congratulate all these fine athletes seated behind me today, and wish them all the luck in their further endeavors. Also like to take 1 second here to wish St. Pius good luck on their state run with their girls soccer team. Dan, I notice, isn't here today. I think Kevin's representing him. Dan's a fine coach, and I wish your team all the luck in the world. Today it is my honor to present to you Miss Brooke Mall. Brooke is the daughter of Donnie and Lisa Mall of Perryville. Brooke is not just a fine soccer player, she is also a fine student with a 3.95 GPA out of 4.0. She was also ranked 9th in her class out of 146 students. Brooke also was in NHS and student council. She also played 4 years of high school volleyball and 2 years of basketball. Brooke was one of our leaders on and off the field for the last 3 years. After all, she was voted to be a captain by the team, by her teammates for the last 3 years. She was the only girl to come to every summer camp last summer. Most of the girls won't come because they don't want to train with the boys. But that's not Brooke. She was there every time and would never back down just because she was playing with boys. That's just not the way she is. Brooke's soccer accomplishments are that she had 7 goals and 4 assists this year and a career high of 13 goals and 16 assists. Now that don't sound like a lot, but you must remember that Brooke played every year from a defensive position, as she was our stopper for our team for her whole 4 years she played. She was also named All-Conference Second Team 2013, 2014, and All-Conference First Team 2015. In the All-Districts, she was named First Team 2014 and 2015, and is up for All-Region and All-State this year, which I would not be surprised if she made both. It is with great pleasure that I inform you that Brooke plans on continuing her soccer career at Kaskaskia College, where she is signed to play in the fall. She will also be working on getting her degree in accounting. You know, as you guys talked about work ethics and things like that, Brooke falls into this category because she is the first one to practice and the last one to leave. She will be greatly missed next year for her role on the field and her leadership off the field as well. But I know Brooke will be fine at the next level because she never gives up and is determined to do her best at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Brooke Mall.
Here to speak on behalf of Hall of Fame soccer coach Dan Bokern of St. Pius is the assistant soccer coach and current athletic director at St. Pius High School. Please welcome Kevin Howley.
Thanks again, and appreciation to both Tommy and Glenn and the radio stations for all the work they do for all of these athletes behind us and all the ones that were not recognized here tonight. I've got Alex Linders on the far left, and Brooke Merciel is right here next to me. They're both captains this year. Can't remember if they were captains last year or not. If not, they should have been. But talk a little bit about each one in just a second, but together, these are two linchpins for our program, making our return trip for fourth straight year to the Final Four. Wouldn't be where we are at as a program without these two. Generally, if you're game planning against us, your game plan had better involve both of these, because if you forget one, they're going to make you remember it. So, first with Brooke. Brooke sat out her varsity her sophomore year due to a transfer and spent that year playing JV, working on her leadership and things like that as a young player, and it paid off wonders for her. She scored 28 goals her junior year and 33 this year so far, including 23 assists on the year. So she's a very dangerous player for us up top. She's been all conference, all region, all district, all state her junior year, and was all conference, all region, all district her senior year so far, including last year being the Southeast Region Player of the Year and was first team All-State as well. So she's a tremendous kid on the field, an even better kid off the field. One of the first ones to always want to find my daughter at some point, which means a lot to me, and probably teach her something that I don't want her to know. So, but it's all in good fun. So, Alex on the far left has been a 4-year varsity starter. She spent 2 years playing sweeper for us and was a very good one in that, and then made the switch in which she absolutely wanted to do for those 2 years, and she moved to the midfield. She's smiling, but she'll be the first one to tell you she loves that, and has blossomed. She scored 21 goals with 15 assists her junior year, and so far this year, 24 goals with 7 assists. This year, she's got a boot on her foot now, but she's been cleared. She'll play next weekend, and she's ecstatic about that. So, she's a 3-time all-conference player, sophomore, junior, and senior year. Last year, she was first team all-conference. She was player of the year in the JCAA. She was first team all-district, first team all-region. She was the Southeast Missouri Region Player of the Year in Class 1, and was first team all-state again. And then this year, she's all-district, all-region, all-state, or all-conference, and hopefully both of them will have a chance at all-state as well. She is also just as good of a person off the field as she is on the field. Had both of these young ladies in class. They're both tremendous students. Alex is the one that always corrects my lectures and makes sure I'm using proper grammar at all times. So I hope that was good. Okay. So I'm very proud of both of these ladies, very proud they've come through our program. And I'm very excited to see not just what they can accomplish and help us accomplish next week, but what they can accomplish in the future. So congratulations to both of you.
Our next coach also could not be here today, and his Dream Team athlete, Brianna Seitz, is on vacation with her family, but Coach Mike Hutchison of Windsor sent us something to read on his behalf about Brianna. Brianna has been a wonderful representative of Windsor High School, both in the classroom and on the field. She has a 4.56 GPA and ranks 6th out of 216 students in her class. On the field, Brianna is a complete player, doing a great job on offense and defense. She marks the opponent's best player and also our leading scorer with 14 goals, 5 assists, and 6 game-winning goals. She's like a coach on the field, making sure our formation has the proper shape. She earned second-team All-State honors last season, and I'm confident she'll again this year. I would like to thank Brianna for all that she has done for the Windsor Owls soccer program. Mike Hutchison from Windsor. Now for our soccer MVP. The player who wins this award this year is in her senior season. She's been all conference, all district, she's been all state. She's the reigning Dream Team MVP for girls soccer and is signed to play at SEMO from St. Pius High School, Brooke Merciel. For the second year in a row, our Coach of the Year has taken his team further than any other girls soccer program so far this year. He's been named Coach of the Year For the 4th time overall, Dan Bokern of St. Pius. Want to say a few words or not? No? Okay, we'll move on. Let's hear it again for the girls' soccer dream team. On the girls' track now, our first presenter qualified 2 athletes for state this year, and they had a good showing at the meet this weekend. He's a 3-time Coach of the Year as well from Farmington High School, Derek Eves.
It is my pleasure to introduce Miss Maddie Bradley. Maddie is the daughter of Lisa and Johnny Bradley and is one of the most decorated track athletes in Farmington school history. She leaves Farmington as a school record holder in the long jump and as a member of the 4x1 team that also holds the school record. She also ranks 2nd in Farmington school history in the triple jump and 9th all-time in the 100-meter dash. She has been all-conference 12 times. She is a 4-time conference champ in the long jump, a 3-time conference champ in the triple jump. She has been all-district 7 times and is a 4-time state qualifier. She is also the 2014 and 2015 Hale Memorial Trophy winner, which is given to the athlete who scores the most points for our team in the season. She's been a big part of the team winning 4 consecutive conference championships and 1 district championship during her time here at Farmington. For all her accomplishments on the track, I'm even more proud of the person she is off the track. She's got a great set of morals and values that have been instilled in her by her family. And I hope this has been passed on to our younger athletes. Another thing I hope our younger athletes have noticed about Maddie is her incredible work ethic in the off season. It's very common for her to get her workout in before school or even after school after a long day of either volleyball or track practice. She has a love for working out and has made herself into the best possible athlete. She's a very talented athlete who can look herself in the mirror and can say, I've done everything I can to prepare myself for a successful career. It has paid off for her because this past weekend she was all-state in the long jump and triple jump, finishing 7th in both. Maddie is going to continue her track career at Central Methodist, Miss Maddie Bradley.
The Festus track coach is John Kreitz, but here to speak in his place is the cross-country coach and also assistant coach on the track team, Bryant Wright from Festus.
I can remember Carolyn as she was a freshman. The first time I saw her run, I watched as she flopped around like a person shaking a rag doll, and I thought, wow, she's going to need some work. However, I soon found that she had something very special. She had the heart of a champion. And, sometimes it takes you a while to see that, but right away I saw it with Carolyn. Over the course of 4 years, she proved that many times, that heart of a champion, being part of a state championship cross-country team, being part of a state championship 4x8, being all-state too many times for me to count after 2 hands and stuff. So, and as well as this week, she was an all-stater in the 800. This year she ran everything from the 100 meter to the 3200 meter. She was willing to do anything she could to help her team. As most freshmen think, she was wondering what track will do for her, but as a senior, she was selflessly wondering how she could make her team better, her teammates better, giving of herself. It was like a caterpillar changing to a beautiful butterfly to see this change in her. She had not only made herself into a Division I athlete, but she had learned the value of putting the team first to make yourself better. Carolyn also excelled in the academics as well. She was the salutatorian of her class this year. She was beat out by Michael Carls, who's up here as well. Carolyn will continue to inspire others as a Division I athlete because she'll be going to Mizzou next year. She is the daughter of John and Cindy White. Carolyn will be remembered as one of the best athletes Festus has ever known. What a great story, Miss Carolyn White.
Our next presenter from the Hillsborough Track Program, please welcome Dina Holland.
It is with my deepest honor that I introduce you to Amber Peterson. She has left her mark within the Hillsborough Track Program in many ways. She's a 3-time conference champion in the 400 meters, a 4-time district champion, and a 4-year state qualifier. She is an all-state 400-meter runner and has anchored an all-state 4x400-meter relay. She holds the school record in the 400 meters at 58.4 seconds and is part of 2 other records as a member of the 4x2 and 4x400-meter relays. She has competed in many events within our track program, including being a conference champion in the long jump. Not only is she a 3-sport athlete participating in softball and basketball, but she maintains a 3.9 GPA. Amber epitomizes not only what an athlete should be, but what a good person should be, and she exemplifies those characteristics in everything she does. She will be missed dearly by her teammates and coaches, and I have been privileged to be able to coach such a fine lady.
The next presenter is a 6-time Coach of the Year, plus 2 more times as the cross-country Coach of the Year at the Dream Team ceremony. Just like Festus, his team has been one of the elites now in the state of Missouri for several years. From St. Genevieve High School, Brian Jett.
Good afternoon. I'd like to present first to my far left, Ms. Maya German. She's the daughter of Tony and Penny German. Maya's running accomplishments are many, including a 3-time Dream Team recipient. She has 11 individual All-State medals to her credit, and she still has her senior year ahead of her. I'll focus on this past weekend. Maya accounted for 18.5 points of our total 54 points at the state track meet. Friday, she ran the lead leg of the Class 4 state champion 4x8 relay team. She posted a 2:22 split. Next, she placed second to her teammate Taylor in the 3200, running a career best of 10:42.20. Yesterday, Maya towed the line again in the 16 and again placed second to her teammate, running a 5:02. Maya's dedication, hard work, sacrifice, and attention to detail make her a poster child for my program. She's a joy to coach and a runner who puts her team before herself. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to coach her, and I look forward to working with her in her senior season. Maya German. I had to ask her about some of her accolades. Ms. Taylor Warner here, closest to me, has many running accolades. She's a 3-time Gatorade Runner of the Year. She's earned All-American honors in cross country. She has the all-state or all-class state record in the 3,200 meter run. She owns the course record at the state cross country course. In the past 2 days, Taylor accounted for 25.5 of our 54 total points at the state track meet. Friday, she anchored the Class 4 state championship 4x8 relay team, running a split of 2:12. Next, she raced the 3,200 meter and recorded another victory. Yesterday, Taylor ran the 1,600 and was able to post another win. Less than 2 hours later, she was again at the starting line for the 800, where she earned a 6th place finish. All this season's state accomplishments were pretty impressive. What's really impressive is the fact that due to an injury, she was unable to run all winter and had to begin the track season running very slowly. Taylor's now healthy, and I look forward to seeing what her senior season holds for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Taylor Warner.
Time for the MVP for girls track. We'll start with the MVP, then we'll go to Coach of the Year. The MVP for girls track this year is in her junior season. This is her first time winning this award from St. Genevieve High School, Miss Maya German. A little interesting there with the voting for the girls track season happens obviously before the state meet. The state meet was this weekend, and Maya had been beating out her teammate Taylor Warner, and then Taylor wins the state championship. So a little interesting there, and I know those two are good friends and have a good competition going between each other. Our Coach of the Year could probably describe a little bit more about that to you. For the 7th time from St. Genevieve, Brian Jett.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the area coaches. I'd like to thank my coaching staff. I'd like to thank my wife. And I'd like to accept this on behalf of my athletes. Good athletes make you look like you know what you're doing. And I've got some of the greatest athletes, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
One more big round of applause for the 2015 Girls Track Dream Team. On to boys track now, where our first presenter is from DeSoto High School. Please give a warm welcome to Coach Doug Baker.
Thank you. As the other coaches have stated, thank you to J98, KJF, and the affiliated radio stations for the opportunity to recognize our area athletes that are both champions on and off the field. To my left, I have two individuals that were the leaders of our program this year, and it showed both through the conference season and the state playoff season. To my far left is Lamont Allen. Lamont's a sophomore. He's had 2 great years to begin his high school career. Lamont is the 2014 and 2015 conference champion in the high jump. He's the 2015 JCAA co-conference MVP, along with the other kid who's standing next to him. He's a 2015 triple jump champion, placed second along in the conference meet, and also second in the 100. He's a 2015 district and sectional champion in the high jump, a state qualifier in the 100, a state qualifier in the 4x1 this year, which also holds our school record. And he's the current school record holder in the high jump with a jump of 6'10". This year, unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Lamont placed 5th in the high jump. And speaking to Lamont afterwards, it was his 2nd worst performance of the year, and that's pretty good by placing 5th. Lamont is also 2nd in the nation along with sophomores in the high jump. A great individual both on and off the field. I look forward to what he has to offer in the next 2 years in other sports as well. Lamont Allen. Hunter Carey is also a 3-time state qualifier, a 2-time All-State individual in the 300 hurdles, and also a 1-time All-Stater in the 110 hurdles. As I spoke before, Hunter is also the 2015 JCAA co-conference MVP. He's a conference champion this year in the 110 hurdles, the 300 hurdles, and the 200. Also placed 3rd in the 100. A 2015 district and sectional champion in the 110 and 300 hurdles. A 2015 state qualifier also in the 4x1, which holds the school record. This year he placed 6th in the 110 hurdles and 4th in the 300. I've had the pleasure of watching Hunter develop and grow. Along with Lamont, I coach these kids in junior high basketball and football, and also in track. It's been a pleasure to see Hunter grow and develop, both as an individual, as an athlete. I know that his post-graduation events have not been planned yet, but whatever he gets into, I know he will be successful. Hunter Carey.
Next presenter is the reigning Dream Team Coach of the Year. He's here to present an astounding 3/5 of the boys track Dream Team today from Festus High School, Chris Partney.
I would also like to thank all the stations involved in recognizing the athletes and holding these events and to making sure that our athletes get the exposure that they do, especially Tommy Self, who works Jeff County up with us and does a fine job making sure that everybody gets recognized. The individuals here to my left are the reason why that there's no doubt in my mind I have the best coaching job in our district or anywhere that I can think of, because I get to work with fine athletes and, more importantly, fine young men like these three. And we're going to talk a little bit about all of them today. They represent, if I have the numbers right, and when you start looking at the numbers for these three guys, there are a lot of numbers, so I hope I got most of them right here. 3 conference team titles they have seen in their 4 years, 2 district titles, individually 9 all-state performances, and 2 state titles, just from these 3 here. And they have worked their butts off left and right and done nothing but dedicate themselves to their event and listen to the coaches and given us everything we've got and been fantastic role models to get there. The first athlete I want to talk about is Michael Carls. Michael Carls is the son of Shayna and Mike Carls. He is was this year the valedictorian of Festus High School. He is make sure I get all this right here, 4:15, 1600 meter runner, a 9:11, 3200 runner. He is 2-time 3200 meter state champion. This past weekend was his second. I think he's had 6 all-state performances in the last couple of years. Conference record holder in the 3200. He will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy after he leaves us here at Festus and moves on. And what I really do love the most about Michael is his leadership and his drive. Well, outside of his hair is great. So first the hair, then the leadership. As I lose mine, I just get more envious. There are athletes and students all the way down to the elementary level that know these 3 young men, but especially Michael, because of the things that he has done, and that helps the program, and he's been such a fantastic role model that that can never really be anything that you can measure in numbers. And I'll always be appreciative of Michael, and I've had a fantastic time being around him while he was coached by Coach Wright and being able to experience everything he's done. Michael Carls. Second is Tyler Gillum. Tyler Gillum is a 9:14, 3200 meter runner. He was 4th in the 3200 this past weekend. He was also 4th in the 1600, where he ran 4:19, and has also had, in the last couple of seasons, 6 all-state performances of his own. The thing that makes Tyler so great is that he knows, and the coaches know, that anywhere he goes, most places he would go, he would be the top runner on that team because he's so talented. And he's found himself in a situation where one of his co-teammates and one of his best friends is right there ahead of him a lot throughout the season with numbers and performances. And his attitude, his personality, everything about Tyler is perfect to be the kind of supportive friend and teammate that he is, knowing that anywhere else, he'd be the top dog. And he takes it in stride. He encourages his teammates. And it takes a big person to be able to take that and not ever kind of show any signs of jealousy or any kind of attitude, which Tyler doesn't have because he's one of the best kids I've ever met. And that kind of character and that kind of attitude is a great example for the kids that are younger that look up to him. Tyler Gillum. Tyler and Carls, you are also Bright Flight scholars? Okay, I just want to point that out because that's obviously a lot more important, and I don't want that to get missed. And Nate Cummings on my far left. Nate. Nate will be attending CMSU on a track scholarship. They are the 2015 Outdoor D2 National Champs, so he's going to a great team, and they're going to be very good for him to move on and to develop his skills even more so. He is a 55-foot, 9.5 shot putter, holds our school record. 169-1 discus throw. He has, turn the page here, 4 conference titles. He's been All-State 3 times, 2-time Dream Teamer. And on top of just some of his accomplishments, he's a leader that is quiet, and he leads by example. Never says much. When he does, it's meaningful. And one of the best people that we have, and I know I keep saying that for all 3 of them, but they are all fantastic. And spending time with them is like spending time, with other coaches or assistant coaches, because they know what they're doing and they work and they really set things up and help the younger groups. And Nathaniel's a great example of that, the way he works and the way he leads. And like I said, he'll be going to Central Missouri State. Nate Cummings. And one last thing, while I try to go through all these to make sure I get all the important points, Tyler will be running at Mizzou, and he's heading out that way here in August, probably heading up to run with several other Festus students that are up there. So it'll be great to see him join them. So.
I pointed out that the entire golf team is from the MAAA. The entire boys track dream team is from Jefferson County, in fact, from 2 different schools, 2 rival schools, so I think that's pretty cool. And then the old joke is that there must be something in the water in Jefferson County. Well, I've lived in Jefferson County the last 4 years. I'm just as fat, slow, and unathletic as I've ever been, so it's not helping me. MVP for this year's boys track dream team. He was a state champion in this weekend's meet, and for the 2nd year in a row, it's going to go to Michael Carls from the Festus Tigers. For our Coach of the Year, this happened in the winter, and it's been happening more and more as of late. The Coach of the Year does not have any athletes on this year's track dream team. But when you hear who it is, I think you're going to realize that this guy deserves to be the Coach of the Year this year. Between track and cross country, he's coached his teams to 7 state championships during his 35-year career, along with several individual state champs that he's coached along that time. Please welcome and give a big warm round of applause for Steve Davis of the Potosi Trojans.
Well, I'd like to echo the same sentiments we've heard today already. The radio station coverage and support of the athletics around this area is second to none. And Glenn and Tommy, the work that you guys do in putting on this ceremony and just covering this area of sports, the high school athletes, is tremendous, and definitely appreciate that. I'd like to thank my area coaches for voting me this honor. In the 29 years I've been around this area, the friendship and the camaraderie that developed between the cross-country and track coaches is second to none, and it's very, very unique. And as I sit around and look at this, or standing here looking at this room, I see a lot of friends, and I'm going to make sure that friendships stay there when I'm out of coaching, and just very appreciative of all the friendships and the support that I've had over the years, and it's very unique, and I appreciate that. And also I want to share this award with my wife, because she's the biggest blessing in my life that I've had, and she's been with me for all these years. All 29 of them here, and we was joking this morning on driving to church. She said, well, I've been your biggest fan, I've also been your biggest critic. And I said, well, you just got to be the critic a little bit to make sure I can keep getting my head through the door. So I appreciate her and all that she's done and support, and just thank you very much for this honor.
And not that Potosi didn't have people who weren't worthy of being on the dream team. Another state champion was crowned for Potosi at the meet yesterday. Now, Coach Davis has won Dream Team Coach of the Year awards a total of 7 times between track and cross country. Paul Fitzwater is going to get credited for most of those. because he was the head coach of the track team at the time. But I think that Paul Fitzwater would be the first to tell you that Steve Davis was a huge part of that. This is likely going to be Coach Davis's last Coach of the Year award, as he has announced his retirement. And what I would like to do is give him one last big round of applause for all that he has done for high school athletics. And keep that going for the 2015 Boys Track Dream Team. Time to start baseball. Our first presenter for baseball is from the Clearwater Tigers, and his first year as head coach led his team to a 16-6-1 record. Ethan Davenport, Clearwater. Coach Davenport unable to be in attendance today, so I will say a few words about his Dream Team athlete, Stephen Carter. Stephen is making his first appearance on the Dream Team, and he has the luxury, I guess you'd call it a luxury, of playing 2 seasons. He gets to play in the fall and in the spring. He kind of gets that tune-up for the spring year, but between those 2 seasons, he was able to hit double-digit home runs, had a batting average up around 500 for his combined 2 seasons, and led Clearwater to a great run this year with a 16-6-1 record. Please give it up for Stephen Carter. Next presenter, in his first year taking over as head coach for Craig Gibbs, he coached his team to a conference tournament championship, a 21-7 record, including an 18-game winning streak. Also, the champions of the Farmington Wood Bat Tournament from Farmington, Scott Hibbets.
Thanks again to the J98 and KGF radio stations for covering all our athletes. As we look around, they all have unique characteristics, and I'm speaking of our athletes behind us. Obviously, you hear the same things over and over about what great numbers they put up. But probably most of all are the great kids that they are and young adults that they are, and hopefully great parents that they will become. And, it goes out to all our parents out there for taking such a great job and doing such a great job and taking such great care of our athletes. So with that, I'll move on. To my left is a young man that I've had the pleasure of knowing for, probably since he was probably in his early zeros. I've watched Logan grow up. I've been fortunate enough to be his infield coach throughout his high school career. I've watched him in the summer program and develop into a fine player. Logan is the son of Scott and Pam Winder, the grandson of Dr. Richard and Maxine Winder, and Philip and Patricia Norris. Logan is a 2-time all-district, all-conference performer. Fortunate to sign this year with Mac, so his baseball career will continue. And I know Mac is getting a great athlete. I could stand here and talk about all the numbers and bore you with all the statistics that probably don't mean a whole lot unless you're in the baseball realm. But a young man that did a phenomenal thing this year, pitching 36 innings with a 5-2 record, 51 Ks, 15 walks with an ERA of under 1 at .764. A phenomenal job. I wish I could say that his fielding percentage was as good as his pitching stats, so I have to give kudos to Coach Green, his pitching coach. But what a phenomenal year he has had. With that, you go to the individual that he is. And I'll probably break up here a little bit, but it's going to be hard to replace a young man like this on the field. Watching him grow, not having to worry about off-the-field antics, as most of us do in this profession, coming to the ballpark every day. When I took over for Coach Gibbs last year, Logan was the first kid to come in and say, well, what are we doing? When are we going to start something? I said, be patient, I have a plan. So we went through summer school. He still wasn't quite sure what I was talking about, but we started off-season program, and he immediately bought into that idea. He found out that hitting the weight room could help him pay off, put on a few pounds, got a little stronger. And again, I think his statistics will relay that hard work. He's always one that's there. He was my coach on the field, and there's not too many that you can say your athletes are your coach on the field, but there are times when I went to him and asked him things that, and I really did appreciate his information as we went on our 18-game winning streak. Obviously, he was a vital part of that. A great athlete, a greater human being. I gave you Logan Winder.
In his first year at the helm of the Pirates, our next presenter led his team to a conference championship, a district runner-up finish behind Cape Notre Dame, and a big wins over Valley Catholic, Festus, and Jackson this season. From the Perryville Pirates, Jeff Steffens.
Hi again. I want to thank J98 and the other radio station for honoring our kids and all the accomplishments these kids have made over the last season. I'm here to introduce Trevor Green, who is their baseball team somehow found a dry field to play on today, so he could not make it today. It is my pleasure and honor at this time to introduce Perryville High School's Trevor Green. Trevor is the son of Bruce Green. Trevor has been a great leader for the Pirate baseball team for the last 3 seasons, where he has started at third base and at second base. During his 3 seasons, his team has combined a record of 45-29, with the best being this year, where the team record of 18-5, winning the Jefferson County Large School Conference for the first time in 20 years. Trevor has led our team in the offensive categories with a batting average of .459 with 28 hits, 7 doubles, scoring 16 runs and had 17 RBIs and had an on-base percentage of .585, and he had a great batting eye with leading the team with 17 walks. Trevor was also a pitcher for the Pirate baseball team, where he pitched in 6 games with 30 innings with a record of 3-2, giving up just 15 runs, 6 of those being earned with an ERA of 1.37. Trevor played most of his time at second base this year, where he had 50 fielding opportunities and committed just 1 error for a fielding percentage of .980. This year on the baseball team, he was first team all-conference, first team all-district selection, and was the co-MVP of the Jefferson County Conference. While at Perryville High School, he was a member of the PHS Pirates football team, where he received all region and all conference selections. He was a JCA academic athlete, and he was also a member of NHS and FBLA. This fall, Trevor will be attending Central Methodist University to play baseball, and it is my pleasure to have Trevor Green as one of my baseball players. At this time, Trevor Green should be here, but that is his information. Thank you for, again, for the radio station, and good luck to all you guys in the future. Thank you.
The next coach and athlete couldn't be in attendance today due to the same reason that Trevor Green couldn't be here today. Dylan Coleman, anytime he's going to get a chance to play baseball, he's going to do that. So I'll say a few words on behalf of Steve McCoy about his Dream Team athlete, Dylan Coleman. Dylan has been a 4-year starter on the baseball team, has done many great things in that time. He's a very talented athlete in basketball as well as baseball. His next step will be attending Missouri State and playing on the baseball team. Dylan will be greatly missed around the Potosi baseball program, where he has helped set the bar high for future players and teams. We all, coaches, fans, and teammates, wish Dylan the best and look forward to watching him help Missouri State continue to be a great baseball program. Those words are from Coach Steve McCoy, and I would just say the guy is clearly not human. Dylan Coleman from Potosi. And then Coach Jerry Woods of St. Pius, also unable to attend today. Luke also not in attendance, but we do have Luke. Hey. It says it right here, man. Luke could not be in attendance. So. Actually, I think I wrote that. That wasn't Coach Woods' fault. That was my fault. Luke Bandy's here. Let's give him a round of applause. You mind if I say some words about you from your coach? Sure. All right. Jerry's a Perryville guy. I'm a Perryville guy, so That's about all we have in common. All right, Luke is the leadoff hitter from St. Pius and the starting shortstop for the St. Pius Lancers. A batting average of .547, an on-base percentage of .607, slugging percentage of .868, with 16 stolen bases, and you only struck out 2 times this year? How'd you manage that? 2015 first team all-district and all-conference player as well, and the 2015 conference most valuable player. So those are some of his stats and accolades. Those are great numbers, but they don't compare to how great a young man Luke Bandy is. A 3-sport student athlete who gives his best all the time. Games, practices, weight room, speed training, and the classroom. He knows how to work and how to have fun, and when it's time for one or the other or both. His work ethic is second to none, and his infectious laugh keeps things in perspective. Luke has been the heart and soul of the Lancer baseball team, and without him, we wouldn't have had the chance to play for 3 straight district championships and winning 2 of them. It wouldn't matter if it was a game, a group workout, or a group project. If I had first pick for anything competitive, I would pick Luke Bandy. That's from Jerry Woods of St. Pius. Let's give another big round of applause for Luke. He'll be at Mineral Area College next year as well. Our next presenter just wrapped his 10th year coaching the Dragons. During that time, he's amassed 133 wins, including a 14-14 campaign this year. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Mike McDaniel from St. Genevieve.
Thank you, Glenn. First of all, I'd like to thank KREI, KTJJ for all the coverage they give us. These guys do a lot of work, and commit themselves to getting these people behind us, so a lot of recognition. Congratulations to all the recipients and everything, especially going to show a little bit of favoritism, but especially all the guys and girls from St. Genevieve, both Valley and St. Genevieve. I think that bodes well for a lot of the athletic programs that we do have in town and how well they're doing. So I'd like to at least congratulate them. I'd like to first introduce you guys to KTJJ KREI Dream Team recipient Drew Schmelsley. He's the son of Mary and Craig Schmelsley, who have done just about everything they can to get their son to this point, and I'd be neglecting his brothers and sisters if I said they didn't have a hand in it too, especially his older brother Cody, which I'm sure he can attest to is probably his biggest fan and one of his worst critics as well. Drew has been a key component to our team the last couple of seasons in the middle infield, in the heart of our lineup. As one of the coaches said earlier too, it's kind of nice whenever you have a general out on the field, and this is the guy right here you can put a lot of heart and soul into. You know that he's going to handle situations very well. You know, Drew's done a lot of maturing over the last couple of years here. What we probably would have given him his senior year, he wouldn't have been able to handle his junior year, and I think that year of maturity has done a lot for him. This season, Drew has helped to prove to be the competitor that he is by giving us some excellent games on the mound. As I said earlier, played a solid shortstop for us, making some tremendous plays in the field, like the one he did against Potosi in the conference tournament. Definitely saved a hit, possibly even a run. I'm not exactly sure how he does it, but sometimes I think it's like Inspector Gadget, go Gadget arms or go Gadget legs. And whenever you look at him, he's a long, lanky guy, but he has a lot of athleticism to back that up. No matter how he does it, though, he does it well. He hit a .345 clip for us this season, leading us in on-base percentage. He drove in 17 runners and scored 19 times himself while swiping 10 bases on the base paths. And as I alluded to earlier, too, some of his best performances were on the mound. His first win was against a good St. Louis Patriots team, followed by a win against a great Festus team. 2 of his best outings on the year were against crosstown rival Valley. His first was a 2-hit shutout win, and the second was a 4-hit loss, throwing 2 games against the top-ranked team in their class and a team bound for the state. Only allowing 6 hits cumulative between the 2 games is a pretty tall order, but he was up to it and showed the maturity of a true senior leader. Drew finished the year with a 3-2 record overall, 39 innings pitched, striking out 33 with a 1.61 earned run average overall. This guy here has a lot to be proud of over the course of his career at SGHS. With numerous varsity letters in 3 sports, football, baseball, and basketball, and many postseason accolades to match that as well, including a Dream Team member during the fall football season. It's been a real pleasure to coach Drew over the last 4 years, and his Dragon baseball family will definitely be sad to see him go. If I have one regret with Drew, it's not letting him put the gear on to let him catch behind the plate. You can imagine a 6'4", 6'5" frame back here and all those arms and legs squatting down behind the plate. But like I said, that's between he and his brother, since his brother had an opportunity to do that for me several years ago. But at the same time, it's really hard to take a guy like him and put him behind the plate in a position like that when he's so valuable to you out in the field. Like I said, Drew has a lot to be proud of, and we'll most certainly miss him. Once again, I give you guys Drew Schmelzley.
In the first year as head coach of his program, our next presenter has his team still going. They're 28-5 currently, and they'll take on West Platte in the Final Four on Wednesday from Valley Catholic High School in St. Genevieve. Welcome, Nathan Gegg.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank Glenn and Tommy and all the KTJJ and KJF staff members for their continued support of high school athletics in our area. I'd also like to congratulate everybody who made Dream Team here this afternoon. You guys are the best and the brightest of what our area has to offer. You guys are going to do great things in your futures. It's my pleasure to introduce and talk about two exceptional baseball players and, more importantly, people from Valley Catholic, and Daniel Bertholdt and Connor Bosler. These two have been our on and off the field leaders for our 2015 team. And as a first-year head coach, I could not have gotten any luckier in having great men like these two to work with and have lead our team. Connor hits leadoff, so we're going to talk about him first. He's closest to me here. Connor is the son of Scott and Don Bosler of St. Genevieve. He's a junior. He's been our leadoff hitter for almost the entire season. He's 53 for 107 at the plate, a 495 average, 585 OBP. 10 extra base hits, 37 runs scored, 22 RBIs, 18 stolen bases, and he's only struck out one time in 131 plate appearances. Drew, yeah? Did you get him? Drew got him. Make sure you tell him about that. Keep his head a little smaller. No, I'm just kidding. But I would tell him about it a lot. But Connor's grown up a lot, and Connor has become an unbelievable baseball player, particularly on the mound. This year, Connor threw 49 innings, struck out 47, gave up 4 earned runs with a ridiculous .57 ERA. Connor on the mound has like 10 pitches, he thinks he does, and he's always toying around with them. He's kind of a craftsman on the mound. He's a bulldog, though, and he hates to lose. You know, Connor is a competitor, and you can see that when we play. He is the ultimate I don't want to lose guy. And he's smart, he's aggressive, sometimes too aggressive. He plays with a swagger. He has an unreal feel for the game. Off the field, he's progressed from a scrawny little freshman that played some shortstop for us to an unquestioned leader and a maturing young man. He's one of the best athletes that's walked the halls at Valley. He holds every passing record we have in football. He was a Dream Teamer, All-Stater in football, and he's going to hold a lot more records in basketball and baseball when his career ends next year. Connor's future is bright, holds limitless options if he continues to dedicate himself in the weight room, on the field, and in the classroom. We're proud of Connor for what he has become, but we're also proud for what he will become in the next few years. Connor Bosler. Next, we have Daniel Bertholdt over there. Daniel is the son of Jerry and Jerry Bertholdt. Daniel is our team leader, no doubt. And sometimes that is a scary thought. Whether he's doing impersonations of all of our coaches, singing very loudly for all to hear, ribbing fellow teammates, or just daydreaming like he was back here, it's always interesting around Daniel, always. But we are proud of how much Daniel has grown up in the past year. His work ethic and respect levels now match his talent. And it's a talent that will be continuing to play baseball next year at Southeast Missouri State University. Daniel is going to SEMO to pitch, but first let's just talk a little bit about how he is as a hitter. Everyone, very underrated hitter, Daniel is. He's an all-state pitcher, but he's been our 3-hitter each of the last 2 seasons. He's a 3-year starter at first base. This year he's hitting .420 with 18 extra base hits and 36 RBIs. On the mound, he's 7-2 with a 1.88 ERA, 75 strikeouts and 17 walks in 59 innings pitched. Daniel has thrown some big-time games in his career for us, and he did so again this past Monday. He threw a complete game two-hitter, 11 Ks against Greenville in state sectionals, and he's going to be on the mound again for us Wednesday in the state semifinals. Daniel's a great baseball player, no doubt about it. One of the best our school and our town has seen. But Daniel is also a very loyal, down-to-earth kid when you get to know him, and it's been a pleasure to call him one of my players. A leader, he's a comedian, and a great player and a great person, Daniel Berthold. These two guys, Coach Hibbets, Coach McDaniel, they talked about coaches on the field. These are the two guys I go to. You know, I'll ask them questions. I'll get their input on things from practice plan to in-game situation, what we want to do. Their intelligence level when it comes to baseball is off the charts, and I value what they have to say, and I just appreciate these guys for making my first year so great. Thank you very much.
As successful as Valley Catholic seems to be in every sport, I mean, they've won like 3 championships since we've been here today, you would think that their athletes would be a little bit cocky, a little bit full of themselves, but we do several Dream Team interviews with their kids every year, and some of the best and brightest kids that we talk to, I mean, you guys do a great job raising young men out there, so just wanted to say that to you. Our next presenter, talk about doing a good job, just completed his 19th year as head coach of his program. They were able to win the district championship this year. From West County High School, John Simile.
First, I would like to thank KTJJ for the wonderful job they do for all of our student athletes. I'd like to congratulate all the athletes on stage, and I would like to wish Valley Catholic the best of luck next week at the Final Four. I will start off my first athlete with my senior, Clayton Brinkley. Clayton has played 8 seasons at West County. We get to play in the fall and spring, and Clayton has started every season at first base. He has filled the number 3 hole. Just had a great career at West County. Clayton's a son of Donald and Gayla Brinkley. His grade point average at West County was 11.47. He was first in his class and was valedictorian. He was also student body president, member of FCA, NHS, FCCLA, and was a Bright Flight Scholar who will be attending Drury University. Some of his accomplishments include second team all-conference and first team all-district in basketball, academic all-state in basketball. He was a 3-time first team all-conference and 3-time first team all-district player in baseball at West County, as well as being a member of the all-state team. He was also a member of the Dream Team last season. For the second straight year, Clayton batted over 500. He had 35 hits and 69 at-bats for a .507 average. He scored 26 runs, had 29 RBIs, 10 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. He walked 23 times and struck out only 8, and he made 1 error this season, and he also had 12 stolen bases. Clayton's had a great career at West County, and we're definitely going to miss him. That's Clayton Brinkley. My next athlete is Parker Forshee. Parker is only a junior. Parker's the son of Brett and Sherry Forshee. His GPA is 11.05, and he is ranked 3rd in his class. He is also a member of FCA and NHS. His accomplishments this year include first team all-conference and first team all-district in basketball. He was also first team all-conference and first team all-district the past 2 seasons in baseball. Parker is our leadoff hitter. Set several school records this year. Parker had 48 hits and 79 at-bats for a .608 average. He scored 39 runs. As a leadoff hitter, he had 32 RBIs, hit 17 doubles, 6 triples, 3 home runs, walked 22 times to only 5 strikeouts, and he also stole 26 bases and was thrown out only once. Parker, like I said, is a junior. He was our leadoff hitter, and he also was one of our better pitchers. He did pitched the district championship game and won that game. Just had a great season at West County, and we look forward to next year and the bright things Parker brings to West County.
Time Time to present MVP and Coach of the Year for high school baseball. And our MVP led his team to a conference and district championship this year. And he'll be pitching for the Missouri State Bears next season. Dylan Coleman, Potosi Trojans. And again, he's still playing baseball today. The Coach of the Year is still coaching baseball from Valley Catholic High School, Nathan Gegg.
Thank you to all the coaches who voted. I don't think I'm the best coach here. I get to just have the best group of kids that anybody could ask for. I'd like to thank all the guys who've taught me how to play the game. Coach Nagger, who established the program. I just try not to mess it up. Coach Beezer down at SEMO, Coach McDaniel up there, Coach Simile, Coach Hibbets, all the guys, Coach McCoy at Potosi, guys who I constantly just trying to learn from. Take in as much as I can and keep getting better, but most importantly, it's about the kids back there, and we got some good ones, so thank you.
Give it up for the 2015 Baseball Dream Team. Now, we're not quite done yet. This specific Dream Team ceremony is the one each year in which we present our scholar athletes. So how this works is we go back to our fall Dream Teamers, our winter Dream Teamers, and then we include these Dream Teamers, and we pick out basically the best student athlete. We want the kids with the great GPAs. We want your extracurricular activities. We ask the coaches to provide that on their Dream Team ballots. And the main requirement for making it this far and getting this award is obviously you have to be a Dream Team athlete, and then we comb through the Dream Team athletes throughout the 3 ceremonies and figure out who the best of the best are. We're looking for the elite of the elite. Just because you have the highest GPA may not get you this award. You have to be very well-rounded. We also look at how good you are on the field, on the court, whatever, but we just take a basic accumulation of all the aspects that make a Dream Team athlete. Whoever demonstrates that the best has been able to win this award. We'll start with our male scholar athlete, and this person happens to be from the spring Dream Team this year. He's a multiple-time state champion in track and cross country. He was a Gatorade Runner of the Year. His GPA, 4.34. He's a Bright Flight Scholar. Ranked first in his class of 199 kids and valedictorian this year. He'll be attending U.S. Naval Academy for the 2nd straight year. Michael Carls of Festus wins this award. Michael, if you don't mind, go back and get your picture taken with Katie with the plaque. I think that'd look good on the website. We'll do this with the female as well. For our female scholar athlete, she is from the Winter Dream Team that we held in March in St. Genevieve. She's a basketball player. For 3 years, she has scored nearly 1,500 career points and made the Dream Team 3 times. She's also a great cross-country and track runner as well, where she was 3 years All-State. She's involved in several clubs. I'll name a few of them. This is not all of them. Common Core, Secretary. She is the in the Key Club as well. NHS, FBLA, FFA, Lunch with Leaders, many, many others. A GPA over perfect on an 11-point scale. She's at 11.396. She was the valedictorian of her class as well, ranked first from Arcadia Valley, Anna Thomas. Before we leave here today, I would like to say a big thank you to Danielle Bosler, who works here in the theater department at Mineral Area College, for allowing us to hold this ceremony here 2 times a year. Our 3rd one is in St. Genevieve, so let's give her a big round of applause, please. And then keep that going one more time. A huge round of applause for the 2015 J98 Regional Radio Dream Team.